Okay, so what are the experience you think that are important for a person to learn before entering an MBA college, before stepping into the B school like yours and I am? What are the qualities or what are the experiences that one person should have, must have in their learning diaries?
I am
Hmm.
seeing a lot of people who are freshers. They are facing a lot of challenges while researching the data because they don't know how to gather the data from the different
Yeah.
resources, how to use different tools. So those points are very challenging for them. But apart from that, I don't think so. There are very or a huge difference between experienced guy and fresher guys.
Hi guys, welcome on board. This is your host Himanshi Singh, and I welcome you all to the podcast of the day, which is organized by our organization Skilled Sapiens. And we have our guest on board, Mr. Kshitij, who is a part of an IIM right now and also an automotive gearhead, has his work ex in the automotive industries and has a lot to share with us. Here, as a part of Skill Sapiens, we would not just guide you through a podcast, but we'd also lead your personal journey turning into a best professional journey. We'll lead you all to the dream jobs and the jobs of your success. So, hi, sir. Welcome on board.
Thank you so much, Manshi.
Sir, I would like to ask you about your experience and how you feeling sitting in an IIM right now and experiencing being called and experiencing that luck of being called as an IIM postgraduate. How does it feels?
It's a very wonderful feeling overall because coming from the tech background, going into management skills, it's totally wonderful feeling. You will enjoy the all the over journey.
Yes, sir. So because it's really important for us also to know that feeling that an IIM people have, that IIM people pursue, like when you go through all that thrive and then make it to an IIM. So, as you yourself raised the first question, that how does it feels for a tech? How is it for a tech person to make it to an IIM without being a being from a non-commerce background?
It's very interesting question, as you say. A lot of people are coming from the engineering background, some are from the heavy tech sides, like some are from the IT background, some of like me coming from automotive design background. It's totally different from them because they were not aware about all this technical, non-technical skills
Yes,
that
yes, I
management
understand.
students should have. So it's very interesting, and it's this learning is totally different as compared to the tech side because we are more into the technical skills. We want those things only. We are more focused on the mathematical sides. But when it comes into the management side, we are more focused of the holistic approach. What we are thinking about any product or any service, how we are giving to the customer itself.
Yes, exactly. So, as we know that I'm myself as from a commerce background, I know that it's easier for me to cope up with MBA schedule and MBA syllabus. But from my friends also, which I have learned, it is very difficult for a tech person to get into an MBA college and then deal with all those balance sheets which you have never seen. So, what is your interest which made you enter the MBA section and made you fight for an IIM seat?
Yeah. First of all, the first question everyone will ask about why MBA. It's very common and generic questions,
Yes.
but it's an interesting one. Because talking about MBA is not limited to the only management skills or you are educating in some things you are learning. It's totally different. You can gain lot of knowledge apart from the your academic, apart from your placements. It's like your
Yes.
personal growth. You are enhancing your communication skills. You are enhancing your personal growth. So for me, MBA is totally different. Like it's been a 1 year. I completed in MBA. I am.
Yes.
So I learned a lot of things, not only in terms of a management, but in how to grow your networks, how to communicate with the different way peoples. As I am coming from the automotive background, so yeah,
Yes.
you told that finance is totally different and totally new for me, as I never saw any balance sheet in my whole life. So for me, it was very tough or interesting as well. And the passion about the doing the things. Like if you are entering into any market or any things, you have to be dialed into it. Like you are deep diving into the things. Once you start
Yes.
diving, you will get to learn very easily.
It's
So
it's
my agenda is, or my mantra is very simple: never give up, keep focusing, and keep learning.
That's what we are doing here, sir, with you in Skill Sapiens. We are just diving into the depth of knowledge and making everyone learn through your experiences. And even myself, I'll learn a lot from this podcast session, I guess, by the end of the session. And moving on to the next question, that how do top MBA programs approach the conversion process for application from non-business background? Like, what is that conversion process which you felt like you had some perks or you had some drawbacks being from that technical background?
Yeah. Talk about me. Like I have 4 years of dedicated experience in automotive field or tech side. So it was little difficult or tough for me because it's a heavy experience. And the perks I got is that I have a lot of knowledge about the things, how to manage the interviews, how to prepare for the CAT examinations.
Yeah.
As many people scared about the CAT examination, they thought ki how we can crack the exam. But if you are doing the daily or if you schedule it, I think it will be very easy for the student to crack the CAT examinations. Yeah, I do understand it's a little difficult, but
Yes.
by routine study, it will become easy. And talking about the next phase, your interview. While going for the interview, for the work exercise, it maybe or it might be very easy for them as compared to the freshers because they know how to crack the interviews. They already face a lot of interviews in their prior academics or prior experience. So that was my key point where I nailed it. Because in terms of interview, I know how to handle the interviews, how to convert the interviews, what I want to say and what I want to go through.
Yes.
So by
Yes.
that way, I used to crack these examinations and all the interviews for IIMs.
Yes. So, coming on to the point, like we know the preparation process for every CAT student is like same. We get the same quant, we get the same DILR, and we get the same English session. But and being from a school or colleges where we are able to understand maths and quants and English, where we can qualify CAT, it's possible for everyone to prepare for CAT. But that one point which I would like to emphasize on about your tech experience that made you give a upper hand than a non than from a commerce background person.
While giving the interview, the first point is that I started my interview from personal, like talking about yourself. So every
Hmm.
interview start with this. Then I ended
Yeah.
at the interview on that note that I designed India's first hydrogen bike or two-wheeler.
Oh.
Okay, so I ended on that note. So definitely, the interviewer is going to ask the next question on that last note. So he started
Yes.
asking me more into more. So he started how you design, how you develop, how you got that idea. You are going to design those vehicles. What was your approach? How you go to market strategy? What are your GTMs? And he started asking those questions, and that's why I seeding the questions according to me. So if you start seeding like that, so definitely interviews go on your side
So
always.
you turned the whole conversation in your favor in turn, and you
Yes,
made the
definitely.
whole questionnaire sound in your favor and
Yeah.
turning it to an automotive one, right?
Yeah, even though he asked me some finance basic questions, some economics question, but I learned. I already studied all those things. What is your GDP? What is a repo rate, reverse repo rate? You should know those things basically. Uh,
Okay.
as you are applying for the management school, so you should
Yeah.
know all these things.
Obviously, obviously. So, what are the common challenges during the conversion process you face during the MBA journey? Like all in whole process, it could be a from forms to the standing in the queue for that admission process. What was the main problem for you?
First thing is the form is too big for CAT examinations, as everyone face who is applying for the CAT. But I think the process is very lenient, very smooth, day by day or year by year. So form is very good. After that, there will be the examinations, and after examination, result will be out, and soon they will give you very short, ample amount of time for the interviews. Lot of people are not get prepared within that 15 or 20 days, as so many IIMs are giving only 15 days after the result they started conducting the interviews. So people are lacking there. They should focus with a minimum time how they conduct or control all the things that they wanted
Yes.
to give during the interviews. So those are the main pain points for the students. that I faced, we get very minimum amount of time after the result out during the interview period.
Yeah, to make it to the interview, true.
Yeah.
And like coming on to the one of the most greatest achievement, I was getting envious of your company Mahindra and Mahindra where you work. So about that. So what was your experience over there?
Yeah, overall experience was very good because I was working in a design side in R&D sector. I started my journeys from small scale industry, then I entered into Mahindra and Mahindra, where I learned it's a very huge company or MNC, you can say. So their process is very fixed, like standard operating process are there. So you have to go through the lot of process. So I learned how to go to the process, how to make it happen, the whatever you want to go do or what you want to achieve, because during the projects I learned lot of things you have to face during the
Yes.
meetings as well as the post meetings, because the team is not always supporting on or not always in a favor of your side, so you
Yes.
are facing lot of issues. So teamwork should be there, and I learn or I gain the leadership skills from that experience only.
Okay. So, getting that you said that you learned your leadership experience working in Mahindra and Mahindra. So, do you feel that there's a need of a work experience in order to do an MBA? Do people with work experience get an upper hand over the people who are fresher in an MBA college?
Not at all, not at all. It's not
Not at all.
about the things. Yeah. See, you're going to on the same platform. Yeah, definitely in 0.5% or you can say few percent, they will get upper hand because they knows how the things are going in the
Yeah.
corporate life. When you are
Yeah.
entering in a corporate, because currently I am doing my summer internship program, I am
Hmm.
seeing lot of people who are freshers. They are facing a lot of challenges while researching the data, because they don't know how to gather the data from the different
Yeah.
resources, how to use different tools. So those points are very challenging for them, but apart from that I don't think so there are very or a huge difference between experienced guy and fresher guys.
Okay, so what are the experience you think that are important for a person to learn before entering an MBA college, before stepping into the B school like yours and I am? What are the qualities or what are the experiences that one person should have, must have in their learning diaries?
In my opinion, I want to say people should have a clarity of thoughts, what they wanted to do and what they wanted to do after the 5 years, they want to become after 5 years. Because I saw a lot of people, they did not even know which domain they want to go,
Oh yeah.
even after a first year. So
Yes.
if you don't know the things, how you are going to become a manager? So those things you should know before entering into the any B school or any management schools.
Yeah.
So that is your first motto. If I want to go in a marketing field, I should know who are the marketing organizations or company in all over the India or world. What are they
Yeah.
doing? What are the market trends currently going on? Similarly, you can talking about the finance as well as your
Mm.
supply chain or operations background. So
Yes.
those things you should know. It not require any kind of work you should have, but you should know the current affairs. What are the market trends currently going on? Those basic things you should know.
Yeah. And coming to the point where that we can say it is very important for you to have learnings in B school before going to the B school. So, what are the specific areas within a person within which the person should develop some skills so that they are good enough to enter a B school? What are those some of these projects or some certifications you would recommend to the students who are on board with us?
Yeah. Firstly, I want to say they should know the Microsoft Excel. That is the most usable tool in all over the corporate life. They should know the basic concepts of like VLOOKUP, you can say, because we are using very intensively Excel throughout the projects. Or they should know all the Microsoft Office tools like Word, PowerPoint, how to make a presentations. Because at the end you have to give a presentation to the different peoples, so they should know or they should get what you want to deliver to them. So presentation is the main key point. They should know how to make it with the minimum slides. Those things
Yeah.
they should learn. They don't require to do any heavy courses like data science or any Six Sigma certifications.
Yes.
They can do after the MBA or during the period of MBA. But before joining, they should know the basic Excels, a PowerPoint, and how to handle the reports writing and everything.
Yes. So, coming on to the point, like you told us that what is important after entering the MBA college. But before that, during the conversion process, what do you think are those skills which make an application different from the other application in the crowd? What makes that one application stand out like yours? And you might have friends, obviously, in the IIM who might have some extra pointers in their CV or in their profiles, which made them stand there where rest of the students are not.
Yeah, talking about this point, there are a lot of courses on a different website like Coursera is there, Udemy is there. So you can go through the all the different courses which are required. Like I mentioned earlier, you should know the basics, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint. Those courses you should do because some
Yes.
certification will add advantages. As well as before I entering into the my MBA journey, I started applying for the case competitions, different kinds of case
Yes.
competitions, corporate competitions. So I learned how to do the research, how to give the presentation while giving the problem solving. So these things they should go through before applying or during that period after the conversion, uh, till getting the admission in B school.
Yes, because it's, I guess people emphasize more on how to mug up formulas, learn things, do DILR and quants and English, and they forget that there's a process before that also. So you need to focus on and plan your research accordingly as per Kshitij. Like you have to plan everything accordingly, the domain which you want to enter, the sector which you want to line in up to, and you need to participate in those programs, in those case competitions, and build your CVs accordingly, right?
Exactly, exactly. Before getting an admission, like you have a beforehand a CV, complete CV, because CV will give you complete holistic approach about yourself. You get to know what are my skills, what are my achievements, what I did in my
Yes.
whole life till my 20 years or 25 years of journey. Because after applying or after getting admission in any B school, you will not get that much time to build your CV.
I agree. I agree. I'm
So
in the, on
yeah,
so on the same page. Okay.
yeah, exactly.
So, coming on to the point, like I saw that you cracked your IIM along with your working experience. Like you were working and simultaneously were preparing for your CAT, and then you cracked your CAT and made it to an IIM. So, what do you emphasize that? What was your journey? How did you handle all of that together in a single plate?
Yeah, it was very very different journey. Like it's a unique experience I do have because while doing work, while doing work, it's very difficult to manage a lot of things because we have a
Yes.
lot of meetings, a lot of deliverables we have to do, give or complete the projects. But somehow I manage the time. I fix my schedule. And I learn through different platform. I join the different channels. Through that I learned different aspects of MBA. Like I'm talking about the different courses like Microsoft Excel. Because I have work ex, I know everything about the Excel, but people should
Yeah.
join the different courses. The by that they gain the different knowledge. So
Okay, so
so
Saurabh,
somehow
Kshitij, one question in between that
yeah,
how did you emphasize like your journey was online or offline? Like you approached online courses, right? Online classes,
yes,
courses.
yes.
Okay,
My journey was completely online because I know I want to go in different strategy domains. So I started doing those kind of courses earlier. Okay, on the different platforms. So that was my plus point during the interviews or during I'm standing out differently amongst the other students. So those was my key points that I made it.
okay. So do you prefer that being an experienced person, not just in WorkX, but in case in the field of life projects as well as internships, learning new things and learning that experience because you had a WorkX, right? If a person is
Yes,
taking a drop year, like of 1 year, and in that 1 year, if there's one person doing an internship, number of internships, and there's one person doing nothing, just the CAT preparation, so what would be your preference sitting over there that one of the two is the best profile?
definitely. See, if both of them are applying for the IIM or any management school, so definitely the person with the internship, he have a more knowledge because
Yeah, life projects.
he practically did all the live projects. He handled the different scenarios. He solved the different problems with the different approach and situation analysis. So, in my opinion, definitely he will have upper hand uh, rather than the other person who is ideally sitting over the all the years. I do understand cat. He is giving all the time for the cat preparation, but even though we get that much time, so we can do the different courses or learn the different things.
Yes. So, coming on to the point, the next question which I had in my head was, what are your insights for the student? But I guess the whole podcast is based on your insights only, because you're giving a lot of valuable asset to our podcast. Coming to the next
Uh,
question, which is of mine, that what are those myths you would say are there in the MBA conversion? Like those small myth or big myth or facts which people overemphasize on and are not true about MBA conversions.
See, first thing people are thinking more about they're not going to crack the examinations. So that is the biggest myth, and they think examination is a very much or pretty much difficult. But I don't believe examination is that much difficult. If you do the study routine, if you're breaking down the complex topics into the manageable links, like if you're breaking down the each and every topics of talking about DLRI, different sections, and day by day you're studying those topics, so that will cover your syllabus very fastly or very regularly. And talking about the interview part, I already mentioned that a holistic preparation is always helpful for you because not limited in a single domain, because you are going to apply for management role. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're not as I am a tech guy, I'm not limited into only technical sides. I also learn the finance. I also learn the different approaches of like communication skills, like
Yes.
organization behavior. Those are totally different or new subjects for me. So people
Hmm.
should know or learn those things as well. So that will help them to grow very fastly or enter into the any B school.
Yeah. So coming on to the next point, that are there any what are the advices you would give to someone considering an MBA conversion program but feeling unsure that about the chances of admission? Like he's not sure that he would made it to an IIM or not. Like gave the CAT exam and is not sure.
First thing, you already did the examination, you're done with the examination. So no need to worry. You try your 100% best. Try to cover all the syllabus for the interviews. Whatever the result will be there, don't care, just go for it, give your best 100%. Try to do not make the things worse for you. If you prepared very well, so definitely interviews will go on your favor, and try to turn interview on your side always. Don't fear about the interviews. I don't think so interview will be that much hectic for them. Definitely it's a challenging or it's new experience for them, but try to learn from that. So if you are thinking in that way, it will give me a learning experience. Even though you will not get admission in crack IIM, so you can apply for next year. But don't worry about or don't think too much before getting admission into the IIM. Otherwise, you will not able to crack the examination or crack the interviews.
Yeah. So, going ahead with the same topic, like conversion thing. So, there are a lot of people who have cracked it. Like IIM results come at last. Like a few IIMs, they don't release the list at first. So that moment of wait, that period of waiting for that IIM result and not getting enrolled and paying other colleges fees, because you know that you might get that. What is that period? How that does it feels like, and how to deal with it, all in all?
Actually, it's very under pressure situation because you never know you'll get the IIM or not,
Yes,
and you already
yes,
paid for some other colleges, and there is a very big dilemma for everyone because
yes,
the same scenario happened with me. I got admission on different schools. I paid there, and I also at the very last end I got admission in IIM. So
yeah,
that is very challenging for me also. But you should make sure that what is your first priority. Okay, don't give fees or don't pay for each and every management schools. If you make it the listed down, what are the possibilities or what are the probabilities you will get admission, so you are clarify with or get a clarity with your thoughts, you will get or not. Because
yeah,
today I can see there are a lot of organization who supports or help the students to tell them or to teach them कि they will get the admission or not. So by doing such a basic analysis, they got or they get to know they will get or not. So I think they should go for those things. They should do the primary research by them and then go for the secondary research.
yeah. I totally get that because this was one of the most important question I believe because the pressure situation which the students are in right now, waiting for their IIM results and anticipating that what is going to happen in the next coming 1 month, and just we are like they are not able to visualize themselves in which college they'll be there in the next 3 months, in which city they'll be there. So it is very important for them to know how to deal with that situation, like he said that primary research and secondary research about which college you actually get into. And the most important thing I believe which to you is that you should yourself know that how you gave the paper and what was your build up on that and how you feel about it. If you really think that you can make it to an IIM, you should not stop. Nothing, I guess nothing should stop you from believing that, right?
Himanshi.
Yes. So now we have discussed enough about the MBA journey. So getting into an MBA college, not just an IIM, but how does it feels being around folks who are extremely talented and build up with knowledge and a lot of things to share, peer learning and everything? How does it feels?
The experience very very impressive or very like thoughtful. You got to know about the different approach, like people from like you coming from the finance background who helps the others who is non-finance background, because definitely peer learning is the main key factor during the
Yes.
any B school.
Yes.
Because talking about myself, I don't know about the if any balance sheet or anything. By peer learning, I got to know how to handle the balance sheets, how to do the profit calculations, how to calculate the different ratios. So peer learning is always very helpful for each and every students who is applying or who is
Yes.
studying in the management school.
Yes, even I'm from a B school, and I learned the one of the most important thing is that you should never stop learning from your peers. You have one or the other thing always there with them, which you don't know and they know, and there's something to always
Yes.
offer, which you can make them learn. Everybody has this one different quality which makes that person stand out from the different one, right?
Yes, and there is always competition during in between the peers also. But you have to make stand out differently, as you already said. You have to stand out anyhow with them.
Yes,
So
yes.
for that thing, you should learn from the different peoples, and that you will get from your peers only.
Yeah, because it's important at the end of the day, you have to deal with the competition because corporate is, I guess, all about competition, neck to neck
Yes.
competition throughout the life. So, yeah, that is one important thing I believe. And coming to the last question, that would be about your MBA life. How do you manage your MBA life, your social life, your personal life, and your balance of your assignments? And all your life projects, internships, which you're doing along with it. How do you manage everything in an MBA college, especially in IIM?
First word I will say sleepless nights. you will
I
not
agree.
you will
I
not
agree.
get sleep during the day or night period, because lot of things you have to do, like your continuously examination quizzes are there, your presentations are there, your live projects is simultaneously going on parallelly, and there are different subjects, like in IIM you can say the tri semester is there. So in each trimester, you have 7 or 5 subjects. So you have to manage all the subjects along with your uh, other courses. What I am already mentioned, you have to do the different courses. Also, you have to make your CV who looks better than others. So you have to focus on your personal growth or personal enhancing your skills. So lot of things are there. You have to manage with the time only. You
Yeah.
have to make a schedule what time you are going to do what things, and parallelly
Yeah.
lot of people are doing their sports activities as well. I also being a part of very sports uh, enthusiastically, as well as I am doing participation in very different cultural fests. So you can enjoy your MBA life as well, but first priority should be your academic, second is your placement, and last is your all the cultural activities. If you are focusing on these things accordingly, so definitely you will have a good time in IIM or any management school.
So basically, it's growth and development in all the possible sections you could have, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, in that achieving your mental goals by accomplishing your dreams, by getting into sports, maintaining your physique, and by maintaining your mental health, getting into involved with your peers, learn new things every day, and share everything, right? to development and
Yes,
growth in
right.
every possible sector. So thank you for being such a nice guest on board with us, and we really enjoyed the podcast with you. It was a very, very insightful session. And for all our viewers out there who are watching this podcast, do subscribe to our channel. If you really like the podcast, we'll be holding such podcasts coming seasons more. And do hit the subscribe button. And Kshitij, thank you so much again for coming on board with us. We really enjoyed the podcast along with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Himanshi. Thank you.